What's goody, guys, and welcome back to another Spark adventure. I'm going to be starting this video a little bit differently than my usual ride-alongs because I actually did not do an intro in the car today. Today was the first day I actually went out, accepted a Spark delivery, and actually completed it. It was a .com order, meaning that it was 12 separate drop-offs, but it showed up as $35 and some change, going about 16.6 miles. Now, I do want to just mention this before we get into the vlog. Yes, it was 16 miles, but it was about a 5-mile drive to the Walmart, so we have to add 16 plus 5, making it 21 miles total for the $35, just so there's no confusion about that. And one last thing that I do want to mention before we get into the Spark adventure, I did not bring my GoPro because it was still my first order, and I wanted to make sure that I had everything down without me worrying about the GoPro on my head. So the drop-offs, I tried my best with the Sony camera that I have back there, so that's why it's going to be a little bit different than my other DoorDash and Uber Eats drop-offs. But now that I got this under my belt, the next time I do a Spark order, I will bring in the GoPro from start to finish, picking up the order if it's curbside or .com, all the way up until me dropping off every single order. I just wanted some I wanted some breathing room this time without having to worry about the GoPro. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Spark video that I did today. Let me know how I did, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Oh my gosh, guys, so I just got out of the Walmart. It is actually very simple to pick up the .com orders. They are already ready. They just have to put them in a cart for you, and then you can take it to your car. So I'm really liking this Walmart so far. I might even come here tomorrow or Sunday, see if I can get some curbsides from here. But now we have to go drop off all of the orders. All of them are going to Seminole right now. So I don't have the GoPro. I don't know how I'm going to be recording all of this, but I'm going to try my best. And this is my first ever Walmart Spark .com order. So let's go. Okay, so I'm at the first drop off right now, but there's multiple entrances and there's nothing in the instructions that says where it's actually supposed to go. So now I have to figure this out. Sir, the first order is dropped off. He actually came outside to meet me and he actually had a question for me, and today's my first ever day of actually doing an order. So I tried my best to help him. He actually said he ordered like 10 of those bird feeders and they only gave him 1 yesterday and I gave him the next 2 today. So he's like, you know what's going on with that? And I was like, man, I have no idea. You're gonna have to go ahead and call the Walmart or something like that, because it's weird that they would like split up the order like that. But I handed it to the customer. I still went through the whole scanning process. I scanned the product, I gave it to him, and then I didn't take a picture of him, but I took a picture of the building that I was delivering to. And then there was multiple options. It was like front door, back door, reception, and stuff like that. I just put reception and took a picture of the building, so it shouldn't be too bad. We are 1.0 miles away from the next drop off. Let's go ahead. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. We're about to make some money, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is a really weird drop off, but I'm at Walmart again. This next drop off is at the Walmart, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to drop it off here. So I'm just gonna go to the customer service or something like that, hope that it's not busy, and see if I can leave it with them, because this is the address. This is where it wants me to drop it off. So I guess no drop off action for this one. And as expected, everybody was confused in there because there is no mail room here. There's no drop off room for packages. So I asked 2 of the associates. One of them actually does the pickup for Spark stuff, so she specializes in it. She's like, okay, just take it with me, leave it back here. I took a picture, I scanned it, and now I'm on the next drop off. I can't even escape mobile homes when I'm doing Spark. I've even delivered here before, but I still followed the map. The map took me in the middle of the mobile home park, but I gotta find, well, I ain't gonna tell you guys what number I'm finding. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find it though. I'm gonna find it.
And we say bye-bye.
Yes, sir. So this next drop off actually has special instructions. The first time I've gotten those. So it just basically says leave it at the back door under the carport, which I will do. And I think it's another trailer park, which is okay because I have experience from doing DoorDash. So this is great. I also signed up to another catering app, so I'm gonna have videos on that. And I also signed up to this other thing. Man, I just got so many of these cool videos coming now, and we're gonna just be making money. We're literally just out here making money. I feel like a boost delivering these. Oh, look where it's gonna go across the street over there where I've delivered to many times. This is just, man, I love Spark. I'm trying my best to get these drop-offs. I didn't want to bring my GoPro because this is just my first day and I didn't want to get overwhelmed with having to put on and off the GoPro, so that's why I'm putting the camera on the dash right here. But the guy I just delivered to, he actually delivers for Spark as well. He actually came outside. Dude, more customers come outside for these Walmart orders than they do for their own DoorDash Uber Eats orders. But I just dropped off to him and we're on the way to the next person now, only a mile away. I took a look at the rest of the drop-offs that we have to do. I wish I could show you guys, but it's just that it shows everybody's address, and if I was to like blur out, it would basically be like blurring out the entire screen. So I'll just tell you, the rest of the drop-offs are all houses, so no businesses, no apartments, and no trailers, which these should pass by very fast, especially at this time. It's 12:30. Man, I just wish that the thing with Spark, I just wish that it was busier. Like if I could knock these orders out within an hour. I wish I also calculated myself or like timed myself to see how long this took. Maybe next time, if I do another order today, maybe we could go ahead and time ourselves to see how long it actually takes to drop off a .com order and how much we're actually getting paid for it. But the next drop off is in 0.3 miles. Let's go. The next drop-off is only half a mile away from the drop-off I was first at, and this one also has delivery instructions, and it just says leave by the front door. So you know what? We gonna leave it by the front door. This is the beauty of Spark. Look at the next drop-off. It's in 0.4 miles, basically half a mile again from the last customer. So that's the beauty of Spark, when you can get these close deliveries, and most of the time they are close. It's just that 1 or 2, maybe 3 orders are kind of like out of the way, but once you get done with those, it's smooth sailing because all the other ones are less than a mile apart from each other and very fast to drop off. I know, I'm pretty sure, like the more practice, the more experience I get with this, I'll probably be knocking out .com orders half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So I think we can all agree that we all love dogs, or at least most of us do, if you're not allergic to it or you just don't like them. But they can make drop-offs very difficult. This woman had 2 big dogs and the screen door was open and they were like going crazy, and the woman was on the phone and I couldn't hear what she was saying because her dogs were so loud. So I was just pointing to the ground and she's like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, okay. So I left it on the ground, pulled my shoulder a little bit because it was kind of, it was a pretty far distance, but I dropped both of those orders off. She had like 2 bags. Oh man, come on man, put the dogs away. Now that I dropped off my first .com Spark batch, I do want to talk about my experience, and I want to go over a couple things that I couldn't really record or I missed because I was kind of rushing to get to this order, because I actually got the order that I just did when I was still at home. I was still in bed. I had no clothes on. I was showered, but I didn't brush my teeth. I had to rush and do that, then put on clothes, and I had to rush out of my house to drive about, I think about 6 or 7 miles. No, I'd say about 5 miles to the Walmart that I picked up from, right? So that was one thing. That was one thing that slowed me down. I do want to mention it took me about an hour and 45 minutes, maybe about an hour and 45 minutes to drop off all of the orders for $35.31, which is, it's not great. It's not $20 an hour, but it is something. Like if it's a slow day, if it's an average day on DoorDash Uber Eats, that is the type of money that I would make doing DoorDash Uber Eats. Maybe I do a little bit better, but I really like doing Spark. I really love it. I just wish that it was more busier in my market, right? If I could continuously get these types of orders, I feel like that I could knock them out faster with more experience. Now that I know what to do, right? At first I was kind of like, I was confused on how to scan the items. She actually had to, she clicked the button and then it let me scan. I spent about 5 minutes resetting my phone and just turning the app off and on because it wouldn't work, and then I figured that out. She figured that out for me. The Walmart people are very nice. But my biggest issue with it right now is that it just doesn't really make me as much money as doing DoorDash and Uber Eats would. I do have a Walmart at the plaza that is about, let's say, three and a half, maybe 4 miles away. So while I'm doing DoorDash Uber Eats, I'm going to keep the Spark app on. I'm going to learn the number for that Walmart that's in Seminole. And if it's a slow day, or maybe like it's 2 or 3 o'clock, right, the slow hours, I wouldn't mind doing one of these .com orders, or maybe getting even lucky with a first come first serve or a curbside order, I wouldn't mind doing that during the slow times. I think that Spark is going to help me out a lot, and I'm very happy that I downloaded it. I need to figure out what else am I missing. Mileage. So it was 16.6 miles to drop off all of the orders, but that does not count the mileage that it took me to actually drive to the Walmart, which was another 5. So you can say about 21 miles for $35, which is more than $1 per mile, which is what a lot of people want. Gas prices are going down a little bit, which is good. But yeah, all around, I think that these .com orders aren't as bad as people make it seem, at least in my market. And yeah, like I said, if I do get these orders while I'm out dashing, I will take them. But it's very hard for me to do Spark full time without doing any of the other apps because I won't make as much money. But I fully believe that the next time I do a .com order, if it's roughly the same amount of miles, that I will drop it off way faster now because I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to scan. And that was one thing, you have to scan every single barcode. I didn't know that. I was only scanning one of the barcodes on a couple of the packages, and then I was going back and going through it, and it was only showing 1 out of 2. So you got to make sure to scan everything, and that slowed me down as well. So I'm thinking now that I have experience doing this, it's going to be a lot better. I'm glad that I finally got the first order under my belt, and now when I'm doing all the DoorDash, Uber Eats and stuff, I can do Spark as well. I do have a couple other apps coming soon to the channel, so make sure to subscribe to watch those because they're going to be epic. I'm going to be doing catering orders, $200 plus subtotals. We'll see the tips that I get on those. I'm not going to mention what the app is yet until I try it. And then there's another app where you actually go to stores, grocery stores, and you actually look around and you're basically an investigator. So if you're interested in those things, let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, like this video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more Spark content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, guys.